We'll see a guy, he is absolutely not what we want on paper, but then we'll convince ourselves that he is.
This is why a lot of these quote unquote love marriages, they fall apart.
And then you marry him and then you realize, oh, wait, I actually don't like him.
You are not living on planet Earth, okay? You're just living somewhere in your fantasy land.
Rank up at Marriage.MBA. Divorce proof your future marriage today.
The reasoning behind having the magnet before the search is I think sometimes as girls, we can get a little bit carried away with ourselves and we'll see a guy and he is absolutely not what we want on paper, but then we'll convince ourselves that he is. So, for
Mhm.
example, you hate guys with blue hair, but he has blue hair. So you're like, you know what? Actually, no, I do like blue hair. Let me put that in my marriage magnet that, yeah, I'm looking for a guy with blue hair. And then you kind of end up digging yourself into a hole where you're forcing yourself to be in love with him because you've written on your marriage magnet because you completed that after you found the guy. And then you marry him and then you realize, oh, wait, I actually don't like him. I've just forced myself to like him because he said I look pretty. So.
So I'm so glad you mentioned that. And yeah, absolutely. This is why when people fall in love because of outward appearances, and then later they find out, oh man, I don't like how she does that. This is why a lot of these quote unquote love marriages, they fall apart. But there are some love marriages that work. So the initial attraction leads to like, you know what? We're actually a good match for each other. You are the kind of person I'm actually looking for. Hooray, excellent. You get it? So it's like, it's okay to be there. By the way, feeling that a little bit of an attraction is absolutely essential. So do not marry a guy you find to be hideous. Okay? Just like I'm just letting you know, some people will be like, oh no, just go for someone who has good deen and good character and then everything else will be solved. I'm like, you are not living on planet Earth, okay? You're just living somewhere in your fantasy land. That's not how real life works. I know quite a lot of religious people, they're like, you just got married and then that's it. And then, well, now what do we do? We hate each other's guts, literally. Well, now we have children. Oh my God. Inshallah, we will do our best to help you. Like the reality and fantasy, knowing the difference is helpful. But that doesn't mean you have to let go of the fantasy 100%. I'm telling you, that's the cool part about it. You get to feel that. Like, how amazing is that? You get to say that someone is your bae, someone who's your best friend in marriage, someone who's your life partner, someone who's your co-founder. I don't even like the term husband and wife. I'm like, I love the term co-founder, life partner. Think about that. You're recruiting someone, by the way. You are hiring someone for that position. You know how when people hire for a job post, they don't just find out, hey, any, mini, miny, mo. Oh, you look interesting. Come and let me hire you for this position. I'm like, that would be ludicrous. That would be dumb. But that's what people do for marriage. But if you have a job description, oh, you know what? This is the role that I want to fill. Okay, I've got the role. It's a role of a husband. It's a role of a future father. It's going to be a role of a life partner and a co-founder. Well, now let's see who matches that role. You see the difference? If you can just make that flip, make that switch, wow, welcome. You're on the right track. Just stay away from Mr. Toxic and Mr. Wrong and Mr. Player and Mr. Time Waster, inshallah. Allah will put you across Mr. Potential and Mr. Maybe. And then if you have the skills, you'll be able to know if he's your guy or not.
So in the book, you mentioned that you married your wife 3 days after meeting her. Would you say this is an ideal timeline for everyone?